Hello, this is Lola B. Shady, and welcome to Friday Tea with Lola. Yes, I'm Lola, and I know I'm the puppet that you hate. I'm Lola, and this is with All About the Tea, and we're going to be talking about all of the reality things that have been happening this week, either reality television shows or reality gossip things, you know, things that have to do with the reality television shows. Now, I am a puppet, and a lot of you guys might be thinking that you guys don't really want to trust a puppet's opinion and everything, but you know what? I know a lot about things, and you guys might not want to be thinking that you don't think that I know things, but I know a lot of things and everything like that. So yeah, I watch these people too, and I watch all of their shows, and I might not be very smart, but I'm not dumb, and I've been around for a little bit, and I've been sitting on my stand, and I know exactly what's going on. So yeah, so that's exactly how I'm going to describe it. So all I gotta say about that is, if I anger you, go ahead and give me a thumbs down. I'm pretty used to them, and pretty much stands give me them a lot, and you're probably going to end up giving me thumbs down, because I'm going to be talking about things like the Giudices or Giudices or whatever they name themselves, and I'm going to be talking about their sentencing, and I know that that seems to make a lot of people upset, and especially since I tend to think that they probably needed to go to jail since they did commit crimes against the law. So yeah, so you probably want to go ahead and give that a thumbs down. So yeah, welcome to my channel, and let's go ahead and sit down and grab your pearls, and we're gonna have classical music playing, and this is really a classy scene. This is really classy, and I'm not gonna say things like fuck. Ah, shit, I already fucking said it. I tried to be classy. This is why I need my fucking silicone nose. If I had my nose, I wouldn't be doing this. So this weekend, while Real Housewives of New Jersey was on, I basically randomly said a statement, not expecting it to do anything, that I thought that Melissa Gorga and Joe Gorga were swingers, and I thought Joe Gorga was a cuckold. I didn't know that there were actual rumors going around that they were swingers and he was a cuckold. I guess I didn't pay attention to that part in the friggin' show. Well, I guess there were rumors, and then someone did a Twitter saying that they were going to expose the story and everything. So I'm guessing I need to go ahead and explain my reasoning for why I thought this. Okay, my reasoning that I thought Joe Gorga is a cuckold and a swinger is because basically he seems like he has this whole hot wife fetish type of thing. Now don't ask why a puppet and everything. I watch a lot of stuff. As a puppet, I sit on my stand and I study celebrities and I study human activities, and you humans are very weird, and your whole entire sexual fetishes and everything, especially with celebrities and stuff like that, you guys have a lot of things going on in your head. And you know what? I see a lot of things going on with Joe Gorga. And with him, one of the biggest things that was a big red flag for me is when his wife got him that photo book. And when she gave it to him, his main thing that he asked was, did the waiter see this? And he was excited. And then if you think about it also, he was like, whoa, he's always been, I want everyone to look at my wife and think that she's a porn star. And when it came out about her giving the man the lap dance, he really didn't get angry about it. And then also it was pointed out to me that maybe he was really excited about the lap dance thing, and he probably had a lot of sex with her after he found out about it, is the tea. So people are thinking that maybe they are in this whole entire kinky type of relationship, and there's nothing wrong with it if it works for them. But you remember how Teresa was using that to take them down and stuff like that, but it probably brought them really close, and that's probably why they didn't end up getting a divorce. So it's kind of funny to me is that people tried to use this whole entire Melissa's a slut thing, or this whole entire Melissa's a whore thing to get them to tear apart, when the whole slut wife type of thing made them probably stay together harder. And then on top of that, if he is a cuckold and he has a little bit of a humiliation thing going on, he likes being humiliated and everything, so he likes it being all public. And I get that from the fact of how fast he loved to dress up as a female and everything. So I think that he might have a little bit of a humiliation thing in there and everything. So I don't even know. That's just a little bit of my own tea that's coming out of my own head and stuff like that. But I think that they might be into some kinky stuff, and I think that all the rumors that get spread about their sexual life and everything, it just makes them go stronger, and it just makes them bond closer. So everyone thinks that when you talk about her being a slut and her being a whore, all you're doing is making them just grow closer. But that's just my opinion. I could be wrong, but they haven't got a divorce yet, so yeah. So there was a lot of stories out this week about Porsha Williams. It came out that she had a sugar daddy, and her sugar daddy is from Africa, and I think that's really ironic because she was the one trying to say that she wasn't going to get another man that's going to pay for everything with her. And you know, Porsha Williams, Real Housewives of Atlanta, she was with Cordell Stewart, and he pretty much paid for everything and stuff like that, and she said that's why she went and she did Housewives, because she was trying to get her own. But basically when she went and she moved out of the house with Cordell, if you remember correctly, she went and got the house, and then as soon as she got the house, she went and it was like really expensive, and she found out living on your own ain't that cheap. So what are you doing exactly? You can't be Barbie girl when you don't have a Barbie budget. You actually have one of those Dollar Tree doll budgets. So yeah, so when you having the Dollar Tree doll budget, but you actually want to be a Mattel doll, you have to go and find someone that can afford the Mattel clothing for you. So she decided to get this older man from Africa to afford the clothing for her. So she has this older man that's now paying for everything for her. And that seems like it would be a good storyline, but now it looks like she's been demoted to a friend of the housewives. Now this friend of the housewives seems to be a new housewife trend where they go and they decide that they're going to actually demote the housewives that they don't really want to fire because they don't want to get all the fans really upset, because the fans will get really pissed. Because if you remember when the whole thing with Kenya happened, none of the fans wanted her to actually get fired because they blamed Kenya for a lot of what happened with the whole scepter thing and everything. So they didn't want Porsha to get fired. But at the same time, there's something going on with Bravo and Porsha where they don't really want her around. I don't know if it's because of storyline or I don't know exactly what it is, but they don't really want her around. I've heard rumors about her sleeping with producers' husbands, and there's been tons of stuff that I've been hearing. But they don't really want her around. I'm thinking it's because she can't really find like things and she's forgetting things because you know she's dumb as rock. But that's just my opinion. Now, with that being my opinion, I still thought that she was right for going off, because if someone's pointing in my face, I'm gonna go f***ing off like she did. So with that being said, I think that she was in the right for her going the f*** off. But at the same time, Porsha is stupid as stupid is as stupid does. So I understand at the same time of them not wanting her in there, because she really had no point of being in the series. Let's call a spade a f***ing spade, basically. She was pretty f***ing boring. Cynthia, I have no idea how Cynthia's still there. She's hanging on by a f***ing thread. I think Peter's only keeping her there. But at the same time, yes. So she's been demoted to friend of the housewife, and what I think happens with friend of the housewives is it's like a tester, and they pretty much just test them as friends, and they have them come on and they try out and everything like that, and then they like do this whole entire thing where we're like seeing them and then they don't really show them, and if they're not doing as well, you know, they show them in some segments, and you know, we see them every now and then they start to fade away, and then they're gone. And it's like a Jedi mind trick. And then all of a sudden, like 3 episodes when we haven't seen them, we're like, wasn't there a girl on there that used to be named Porsha? Oh yeah. Oh, what is Nene doing this week? That's what happens. But if she ends up coming back and she ends up being hilarious and funny and stuff like that, and the fans end up liking her, then she ends up getting put on more and more and more and more and more. So if you fans actually want her to stay and you're dead set on Porsha staying, what you have to do is you actually have to be involved. And if a whole bunch of you guys actually want Porsha to stay so much, another beep, you're going to actually have to participate. That's the only way. Other than that, she's gonna fade away and you're never gonna see her again. And she's gonna be working someplace, playing a friggin' club, recording a CD, selling it on Amazon or some I don't even know. Bye, Porsha. Oh my gosh, did you see couples therapy this week? Okay, couples therapy was really interesting because, okay, you had Jenna Jameson going against Dr. Jen, and that was like, whoa, okay. Jenna Jameson, if you don't know who she is, she's like the queen of pornography. She's basically one of the baddest bitches that have ever been in pornography. Now, her face is kind of, she kind of went kind of crazy with the whole entire everything with face stuff, and I understand that because I'm kind of addicted with plastic surgery too, you know. I want my nose, I get my lips done, I get my things, I get everything done with my nose. Everybody tells me to stop, and I'm like, f you, I'm gonna do whatever I'm gonna do. Okay, so I get it. But she's kind of addicted and everything. So Jenna Jameson has been through a lot with pornography. She also was addicted to, I think, tons of drugs and everything like that. And she has like paranoia issues. It seems like she has panic attacks, and she has this huge power control thing that I think personally comes from being in pornography. And I think it comes from being in pornography because she was in porn at a time when it was a male-dominated part of pornography. So like, she's in porn and she was trying to be like one of the top dogs and everything, and men just wanted her to do all this and she just wanted to be on top, and she was having to fight. So she gets in there with Dr. Jen, and Dr. Jen is actually just trying to help her, and she's just like, no, I'm gonna do whatever I want to. I've had to fight, blah, blah, blah. And she's going crazy, and she's like in this room, and this poor dude that's trying to work with her, who's her boyfriend, and their relationship is weird because they both were dating people that actually cheated on them with each other, and they ended up dating each other, which is really weird, but their whole relationship, they're there trying to mend that. He actually cares a lot about her, and he's really sweet, and he's trying to help her, and she doesn't want to help anything, and Dr. Jenna comes in and is like, I'm just trying to help you, and she doesn't want to hear anything. She thinks Dr. Jenna is basically trying to get her. She hates the room, she hates everything. She's basically trying to turn this other girl who's with Juan Pablo, who I thought was the biggest dick in the world, and I still think is the biggest dick in the world, but also his woman that he picked on the show, holy shit. Nikki. Nikki is horrible. She is a horrible person. First off, she comes on fucking couples therapy. She's been on 2 reality shows, yet she doesn't want to be seen. How is that possible? How do you go to 2 reality shows and you don't want anyone to tape you? You're on reality television. She's yelling at all the cameras. She doesn't want to be seen, blah, blah, blah. She's going off on Juan Pablo. Everything like this. She's like this dramatic bomb. And she's like, I don't like it when people judge me. Everyone feels like they know me and everything like that, and everyone's always in my business. Why are you always in my business? Can't I just do what I want to do, blah, blah. You're on reality television. Why did you decide to come on reality television if you didn't want to be on reality television? You are the stupidest person ever. So you have Dr. Jen handling both of those personalities. Dina from friggin' Jersey Shore is like, I don't know what's wrong with those bitches. Someone said that Jenna Jameson is a time bomb, and she is. Jenna Jameson and Nikki are just messes, and they're friggin' just ugh. And I pretty much have decided that Nikki is a punishment for Juan Pablo, and he deserves it. He so deserves it, and that's what he gets for being a dick. Exactly. That's what he gets for being a dick on the show, and that's what you get when you're a dick. You have to stick with that Nikki girl, and exactly. So I saw some of the Bad Girls Club Redemption and the cast special, and my main thing with that is it looks like it's going to be a mess. I understand what they're doing. Yes, I'm going to watch it because of course it's going to be a mess, but of course I enjoy the mess, and I'm freaking addicted to the mess! I'm okay. I'm okay. I'm okay. Camille said that somebody named their child after her. Whoever is naming their children after Bad Girls Club people, please stop it. I'm so worried about my generation of people. Stop naming your children after Bad Girls Club people. They're not role models. Don't do it. Do I think that they're gonna get redeemed? I don't know. Probably not. This is the Bad Girls Club. They're probably gonna go in the house. They're gonna have some stuff come out that's really deep with the lady, another beep, but it's just gonna go to hell. Just like this whole entire thing I've done, how I've been beeped almost this whole entire show. Another beep. Okay, so the Giudices got sentenced yesterday, and basically Teresa got sentenced to 15 months in prison, and she also got sentenced to serve 2 years probation following her completion of her prison term, and also fined $8,000 and a bunch of other fines that they were given. And Joe got 3.5 years in prison, and it's pretty deep, and I actually only expected her to get like house arrest and probation because, as we know, friggin' Real Housewives of New Jersey was laying that shit on pretty thick this season, and they were laying that stuff on. And basically, okay, cue violins. This is what was happening. They were having violins playing, and all the kids were like, please help us, our mother is a criminal. And she was like, I don't know what happened, and I don't know how all of this happened and all the crime. You knew exactly how it happened, Teresa. You knew exactly how it happened when you were living in the gold house with the friggin' new toilets that you told everybody that you couldn't sleep in old beds or anything like that, and you had to have new toilets and all that other bullshit. You knew what you were doing the night. All of you fans that are going to be going off and yelling and saying all of this bullshit and everything like that. I understand, okay? I understand that she wrote a cookbook for you guys, and it's such a big deal, and that cookbook was friggin' great, and all the food that she made for you, she made steak, and she made you cummies, and all of this shit, but at the same time, she's a friggin' criminal. And I understand people make mistakes. Tons of people make mistakes, and she's remorseful. She went ahead and she put out that story with her PR person, and she said, you know what, I'm sorry, and I'm sorry I broke the law, violin music and everything, sorry I broke the law, I'm Teresa, and Joe, he's so sorry. But you know what? She still did it, and if she was me, I would be in jail. I didn't get no gold toilets. I didn't get no diamonds. You know what? I have to pay for my silicone. I don't have my nose yet. I don't have my nose. I can't go steal people for noses. I can't go do that. And she gets to go do that, and she has to go to jail. If I wanted to go rob people, I would have to go to jail. So don't give me that bullshit telling that it's okay. But still, at the same time, you know what, Kim G? You can't say shit. You shut up, Kim G. Whoever you are with your saggy vagina, old lady sitting up there waving around on the friggin' strip pole thinking people want to see you. And then you're gonna try to jump in trying to get friggin' attention all of a sudden out the friggin' blue. All of a sudden out the friggin' blue, here comes Kim G. Oh, you did. You got what you deserve and blah, blah, blah. Go get your vaginoplasty and stop friggin' thinking about Teresa and trying to get attention out of the blue. No one is caring about you, Kim G, okay? And Teresa, I will say this, okay? I'm going to say this. I'm proud of you for seeming like you're being remorseful, and I hope you're actually remorseful, because you sat up here and you did all of this stuff and stuff like that, and you went ahead and you admitted that you were remorseful and stuff, and everyone's like, well, you gotta think about her children and everything, but did she think about her children when she did all of this stuff? She didn't. All she thought about was gold toilet and being the most baddest person and then yelling at other people for their crimes and wanting to point it out to other people. So, you know, Teresa is going to do her time and she's going to get it over with and she's going to come back and she's going to write another book and she's going to make some more of that freaking Kool-Aid freaking champagne and it's going to be over with, okay? So fans, let's calm down. People are just telling her, you know, justice was done. If she was any other celebrity, just like Wesley Snipes did, she had to serve her time. The end. This is my song for her. I'm not a good singer. So last night was Teen Mom 2's finale, and you know, this season of Teen Mom 2 was pretty basic. You know, Adam ended up up again and he ended up going to jail. And Adam, I don't think that you should get regular custody of your child. You should get supervised custody. Chelsea, I guess Chelsea isn't a lesbian because she went to some sort of speed dating. Okay, whatever. Happy that Leah and Corey were able to work it out because it was getting really weird at first, but they were able to work out whatever they were going through. Janelle, for some reason, wants custody of Jace, even though Nathan can't seem to not drink. And she needs to make sure that we can see that she can actually raise an egg before she actually takes custody of Jace. So let's make sure that this baby right now is okay before you decide to take 2 babies. I'm still worried about the baby that you have now. So stop it. Seriously. Just stop. And Babs is right. Even though Babs yells every 3 seconds and I'm just like, when she yells, but at the same time, she does actually care about Jace. And you know what? Just giving Jace candy and friggin' toys and stuff like that and then asking him, does he want to go with you? He's a friggin' kid. You give him everything in the world and then ask him that question, of course he's gonna say that he wants to go with you. You giving him friggin' Disney World, okay? And then saying, do you want to go with me? Yeah, I want to go with you. That's why after you say that, he's like, I don't know. I think I want to go home. He probably goes and tells his friggin' little brother, you probably want to go with me. She's not that good of a person. Maybe we should go. You can go with me. It's a little bit better at my grandma's house, who's my mom. I'll explain. You can just come with me. You know, Jace is really nervous and he kind of just wants to get out. He's like, you know what? Thanks for all these toys and everything, but he's gonna get drunk tonight and I don't really want to deal with it. So yeah, Janelle, just go a couple of years with being okay and then think about taking Jace. Gosh. Alright, and then friggin' Caitlyn takes the Idiot of the Night award when she decides to be super duper racist and say that she doesn't want Isaac to have a non-white haircut because he is a white boy. Because Isaac was given a low haircut, and instead of saying that she wants Isaac's hair to be long or she doesn't want it to be short, she says she wants Isaac's hair to be white. And then she keeps going and says that Joe dresses Isaac thug when he's around him, and then she keeps going and then does the worst thing ever and says, but I'm married to a Hispanic person. That means I can't be racist. Are you serious? Go ahead and beat me. I couldn't help that. Caitlyn, really? Really? So yeah, Caitlyn gets the Idiot of the Night award, the up of the night award, because really, I can't even believe she said that. But yes, she said that, and I don't know what's wrong with Caitlyn. Caitlyn just has issues, but what are you gonna do? I mean, seriously. What are you gonna do? Pride Over Pity, that's the name of her book. I guess because she's in the KKK. I don't know. Okay, so Real Housewives of New Jersey, and it was a little bit of I don't know, they got them on this whole entire Florida vacation, and it's a really cheap vacation, and I don't even know what's going on with it, but it's like a really cheap vacation compared up to other vacations that other people, it's like a cheap-ass vacation. Oh, we're gonna send you to, like, I don't know, Ohio. Have fun. Bravo. But anyways, they send them to Boca Raton, Florida, and they gave them, like, alligators to play with and everything. And, you know, I got a feeling that they're kind of testing us so that we can feel feel the waters of what it's going to be like without Teresa. And a lot of Teresa fans are like already going through withdrawals because I've been seeing it all over the place. They're like, it's not going to be the same without Teresa, blah, 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 blah. And we pretty much are going to have to go ahead and accept Teresa's not going to be there for a little over a year because she's not going to be there. Sorry, it's just going to happen. And there's nothing that can be done. You can't fight the law because the law won. That's a cheesy joke, but I had to do it. I couldn't help it. It was there. Anyway. So yeah, Teresa fought the law and the law won. Teresa shut the law and... Oh, I also got another one. Teresa go to jail, Teresa go to jail, Teresa go to jail, jail, jail. Teresa go to jail, jail, jail. Joe go to jail, Joe go to jail, Joe go to jail. I'm sorry. I couldn't. Joe go to jail, jail, jail. Joe go to jail, jail. That's from Good Burger. I'm sorry. Joe go to jail, jail, jail. Okay. Anyways, that's me being stupid. So, this whole entire Florida thing happened, and as you know, Amber and Jim come down, and Jim tells Amber not to say anything about the whole entire Gotti mess. And I was like, oh wow, Jim seems like he's being cool. Soon as they get there, Jim decides to be passive-aggressive like a female. And he's like, you know, when I got with my wife within a month, I was already, you know, proposing to her and blah, 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 this and everything. And it gets Nicole saying, you know what, he's right. And, you know, Bobby gets into this emo thing and runs upstairs in the bathroom and locks himself in there. And Nicole, Bobby! 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 He had a point! Bobby, don't be a baby! Bobby! So she runs after him saying that. The sisters are going back and forth. Jim keeps going into this whole entire thing. And it's like, Jim, really? So these two are just having basically this 13-year-old fight. And it's just so ridiculous. Bobby is in the bathroom, locked up. Like, he is upset over his friggin' toy being stepped on by Jim. Jim is telling all of this stuff downstairs about how Bobby cheats and everything to the sister. And is talking about the family. And like, he's just trying to start all of this mess, and it's like, really? And they just look a hot mess. Amber is crying, and then Amber's trying to tell Jim, well, you know what, we need to go, and Jim's like, no, I'm not gonna go, and then he's like saying, you know what, you and your husband to friggin' Teresa, and it's just, I've said her name wrong, I forgot, it's Teresa, not Teresa. Teresa. I don't care. You gonna sue me. What you gonna do? Thumbs me down for saying Teresa. Teresa instead of Teresa. Here, have some more tea. Anyways, so yeah, pass it around. This is a classy show. This is a classy thing. We're having tea right now. This is very class. We're all sitting down and we're getting together. Anyway, so yeah, that all happened and it was just a big mess. And who do I think is at fault? I think honestly Jim is at fault because Jim shouldn't have brought it up. I think that Bobby was a baby during the whole entire thing. I think Jim was ridiculous for being passive aggressive because he's a grown man. Bobby should have squashed it and just said, oh really? And, you know, basically laughed it off and just was like, being a bitch as always or something like that and just whatever. But he just went and ran upstairs like a baby and it was just a mess. So, and then Dina with her whole big mouth and everything. And I don't understand what's happened with Dina, but we'll see what's going on next week. I don't know why Dina has even had to bring this subject up, but she just felt the need to, and she reminds me so much right now of her sister, and I'm not a Caroline fan at all. I don't really have any favorites of the Housewives because they all switch at a friggin' drop of a hat that you can't really have any favorites. So what I do is I have those that I like, semi-like and everything, and when they switch I go, huh, you know, another one bites dust. What you gonna do? And then I'm not really too butthurt about it. It just happens. That's the way they roll with the Housewives. Y'all gonna learn. Love and hip-hop Hollywood. Okay, this show, again, is all over the place. And I want to talk about, of course, Tierra Marie and Hazel and their whole relationship. And it seems like Hazel has an attachment with Tierra Marie. And Tierra Marie, of course, treats Hazel as the friend that you keep around to basically make yourself feel better about yourself. And because, you know, Tierra Marie, even though she is a singer and her voice isn't horrible, but she isn't Mariah Carey, as I've said. She acts like she's Mariah Carey, but she isn't Mariah Carey. She acts like Ray J is like George Clooney or something, and Ray J is just this dude that's pretty much, well, I can't say George Clooney because George Clooney slept with everyone, but Ray J is a horror version of George Clooney. He slept with everyone and multiple times and doesn't want to commit to anyone ever. And she acts like she can judge Hazel, and it's just a big mess, so she wants to judge Hazel and the the way that Hazel's living as if she's better than Hazel. And it's really wrong. And you know, Hazel isn't a perfect person. I mean, look at Hazel. Someone said the ugly pretty thing, and Hazel's a Monet from Clueless, you know. From far away, she may be pretty, like, if you see her far away, but up close is a big old mess, you know? It's just confusing, and you just look and you just get confused. She reminds me of Big Bird, though. She really does, and I'm not even trying to shade or anything. She just actually reminds me of Big Bird. Like, every time I see her, I think it's the hair. It's not even the nose, so it's the nose. It's the nose. I don't know what I'm saying. It's just the nose. But yeah, it's her nose. But yeah, she reminds me of Big Bird. But anyway, so like Tierra Marie is doing this whole entire thing, and Tierra Marie has this anger issue, and she needs to go get it taken care of, and she's like wanting to jump at Hazel and just like she's bullying the hell out of Hazel. It's intense, and it's like it's sad to a point, and it's like, what is going on? And I understand that Tierra's heart's been broken, but you don't have to take it out on Hazel. And that's what I kind of feel like she's doing. She's taking out her heartbreak from Ray J on Hazel, and it's kind of messed up, but I'm still watching because what's happening is interesting. Now, the other thing I want to talk about is Moniece and Lil Fizz, because Moniece, we need psycho music. Psycho music? Moniece is crazy. Now, I know that some of you guys are starting to feel sympathy for Moniece. Let's not do that, because again, as I've said, from the very start of Love and Hip Hop, one of the first things I noticed about Moniece when she was saying that she did not have any money, one of the first things that I tweeted about Moniece is, how are you going to say that you don't have any money and you have on designer clothes? That does not make any sense. Now, Moniece seems to be just flopping from house to house, and she's calling her son random times in the evening. Fizz is looking at Moniece like a dog that has been beat from one of those Sarah McLachlan or whatever that woman's name is commercials, and he's looking scared and he's shivering, and when she starts talking and she starts, you know, usually in the arguments getting more momentum, and she starts charging up like friggin' the juggernaut, and she starts getting bigger. But then this episode, he was able to charge up, and he actually said, no, wait a minute, I'm not gonna let you talk to me that way. And this time, her crazy psycho power was to use tears. And she started crying, which made him go, okay. Which put him into his pretty boy mode, which his pretty boy mode is he's adorable. But because he's so adorable, he's sweet. And he doesn't like to be mean to her. And he has a soft heart. And she was able to use those tears to get him to go into his, okay, I'm sorry. And she just started crying and just started weeping and just blah, blah, blah about everything that's going on with her. Moniece is insane. And I need everyone to sit back and think, what did Moniece do where she got that restraining order put on her? Or what has she done that has made this dude go into the moments where when they get into arguments, he gets dead silent. He doesn't say anything. And it's not the whole entire it's not a not wanting to talk because you're on television type of thing. It's a not wanting to engage with this person because you've been in crazy fights with her. It's a next level type of thing. There's going to be some stuff revealed about Moniece. Mark my words. And it's going to be some next level stuff. Now, she's probably going to end up becoming popular, and we're just going to be like, oh, okay, blah, 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 you know? And then we have Soulja Boy. Soulja Boy was actually hilarious because him and his girlfriend, he had his 24th birthday, and this part it was almost unreal because Soulja Boy decided to have a birthday party, and she came home and it looked like a set of a video because he was jumping all over the couch and his friends were there and they were just having a party, and he said, I'm gonna turn it up, blah blah blah, and Soulja Boy I just couldn't. I couldn't even believe it was happening. I just said, is Soulja Boy even real life? Really? Why are you with him? What is the point? I don't even know. But the thing is, he's hilarious to watch. And it's not hilarious meaning he's funny. It's like, wow. He's just, wow. So yeah, I don't know what's happening next week. Amarion and his mom were on there, and his mom again was a mess. But that's a completely different story because you don't really know exactly what's fully going on with that. So I've got to watch that story to know exactly what to say and how to feel on that. So gotta keep watching. So yeah. And that's it. That's the end of the first Friday Tea with Lola. I hope you enjoyed it. I probably made you really mad, so, yeah. Why do you keep doing those beeps? I can't stop! I know. You know, I don't know how to censor my self. I don't know why I cuss so much. I'm trying to make this a classy show, and I just want to be classy. You know, just want to make this a classy thing, and not say so much. I don't know why I keep saying You should just stop saying